Horoscope for May 4th. Aries. Today, you wake up ready to fight the day, and possibly argue with a toaster if it looks at you wrong. Your drive is still at full throttle, but unlike yesterday's chaos with charisma vibe, now you've got intent. The stars are pushing you toward leadership, but they also whisper, don't bulldoze your way there. You can be assertive without becoming an accidental hurricane. Socially, your energy is infectious. You're the friend who convinces others to go out for one drink, and somehow ends up at a karaoke bar at 2 a.m. Use your superpowers for good. And maybe hydrate this time. A little patience goes a long way, especially if you're trying to get people to follow your lead instead of run for cover. Taurus. You want comfort, and you deserve it, but today, you're being nudged out of your cozy little routine. Not in a bad way. More like, hey, maybe try a slightly different brand of coffee before committing to lifelong sameness. You're grounded, yes, but don't confuse that with being stuck. Financially, you're in a stable headspace, think responsible but still open to a splurge if it smells like leather or lavender. Romance. You're feeling soft, affectionate, and maybe even slightly poetic. Let someone in. Or at least let them near your favorite blanket. Today is about slow magic, those little wins that come from staying steady while the rest of the world sprints in circles. Gemini. Your brain is operating at Wi-Fi speeds only the aliens understand. And that's great, until you try to explain your latest idea to someone who still writes checks at the grocery store. Today's a day to communicate, but not everyone is on your wavelength, so slow it down a notch. You're sharp, witty, and full of stories that start with, okay, so this is random, but, and end 15 minutes later. People will listen, if you remember to let them talk too. Emotionally, you might feel a little scattered. That's okay. Don't try to solve every mystery in your head. Sometimes, the best move is to just enjoy the plot twist and grab popcorn. Cancer. You've got nurturing energy today, but before you start baking for your entire friend group or sending 7 emotionally loaded texts, check in with yourself first. You're not just someone's emotional safety net. You're also a whole person with needs, desires, and a weird craving for nostalgia-fueled snacks. This is a day for introspection, but don't spiral. A little journaling. Great. Rereading old texts from that ex. Not so much. Create emotional boundaries that don't come with guilt trips attached. You don't need to prove your love by overextending yourself. Save some of that kindness for the one person who deserves it most today, you. Leo. Your spotlight moment isn't just coming, it's practically begging you to enter stage left with a wind machine and theme music. You're magnetic today, and it shows in everything, the way you talk, walk, and possibly flirt with your own reflection. But here's the twist, today's power isn't in being seen, it's in seeing others. You gain even more influence when you validate and uplift someone who feels invisible. This is a golden opportunity to lead by example, not just by volume. Yes, you could dominate the room with your charm. But when you turn that charisma into connection, you go from admired to unforgettable. Be generous with your spotlight. It looks good on others too. Virgo. You woke up ready to organize your entire existence, and possibly your neighbors too, if they just give you access to their junk drawer. Your sense of order is impeccable today. But here's the astrological challenge, can you enjoy the process instead of trying to control the outcome? Perfection isn't the goal, it's peace. Let yourself do one thing well and leave the rest for future you. You're craving mental clarity, and you might find it in unlikely places, a long walk, a brutally honest playlist, or accidentally cleaning out your inbox while avoiding confrontation. Don't forget to celebrate small wins. You crossed 3 things off a list you made an hour ago. That's still progress. Libra. You're the human embodiment of, it's complicated, today. Your desire to keep the peace may lead you to agree with 2 people who are very clearly saying opposite things. Your superpower is diplomacy, but remember, you're allowed to have a spine behind that smile. Today challenges you to speak your truth, even if it ruffles feathers. And yes, you can do it in a beautifully worded, aesthetically pleasing way. In matters of the heart, honesty gets you further than charm. And in your wardrobe? Go bold. The stars say, just wear the statement jacket. You're not being dramatic, you're being expressive. There's a difference. Scorpio. You've got mystery in your veins and truth in your eyes. Today, both are on full display. You're seeing through people like they're made of glass, and unfortunately, some of them don't like that. Use your insight wisely. You don't have to call out every lie you see, sometimes silence is more powerful. Emotionally, you're deep diving again, but this time you might bring someone with you. Vulnerability? Scary. But not impossible. Let someone earn your trust instead of testing them for sport. And if someone's playing games, remember, you invented the rulebook, the cheat codes, and the plot twist. Play smart, not petty. Sagittarius. You're ready to escape, mentally, physically, or even through a really well-curated podcast. Your sense of adventure is tingling, and the same four walls you've seen for weeks are starting to feel like a cosmic joke. So mix it up. You don't need a passport to change your scenery. Even a new coffee shop or different playlist might do the trick. Conversations today could spark big ideas, just be sure to jot them down before you forget. Your mind moves fast, but your follow-through? Questionable. Try finishing one thing today. Just one. You'll feel like a legend. Or at least a slightly more organized chaos goblin. Capricorn. You're in full executive mode. You've got goals, structure, and a list of people who are definitely not meeting your standards. But today asks something different, empathy. Yes, that thing that makes people like you after they've seen your resume. You're used to measuring success in results, but don't underestimate the power of presence. Spend some time today not doing. Let your relationships breathe without a spreadsheet. Financially, you're thinking long-term, smart. But maybe throw a little something toward joy, too. Not everything has to be an investment in future you. Present you also like sushi and soft lighting. Aquarius. You're in your head, but in a cool, future of humanity kind of way. Today, you're struck by big ideas, weird theories, and maybe a strong urge to tweet something that only 3 people on the planet will understand. That's your brand, and we love that for you. But don't forget, connection requires some grounding. Reach out to someone IRL or at least with fewer acronyms. Your emotional detachment may protect you, but it also blocks some truly meaningful moments. Try opening up, even if it's just a little. People want to know the real you, not just your brain's greatest hits. Pisces. Today, you're a walking mood board. Emotions? Check. Vibes? Immaculate. Logic? Missing, but honestly that's fine. Your sensitivity is heightened in a way that makes strangers open up to you in line for coffee, and animals instinctively love you. Use this dreamy aura for good, but protect your peace. Not every soul that needs saving is your responsibility. Your creativity is off the charts, so lean into it. Paint something. Write that half poem you dreamed about. Just don't let escapism become avoidance. You're allowed to live in your dream world, just remember to pay your electric bill in this one.